Freilich and Purim, and welcome back to Just a Minute, Just a Mishnayos. This Mishnayos and Nishma is Friday Basrachan, the Schos of Yitzchak ben Gila, and the first day Basir, the first Lema. So Mzachas Gittin Perak Chas Mishnah Mishnah Hey, Bishama and Pata Am Ishta Beget Yasha and Vesel Aishin. So Bishama says you can divorce your wife with an old get. Bishal says it's Asar. Beis you get Yasha. What's an old get? Kosher Nishyachet Ima if we have a case where they wrote the get and then they had yichud together and then he decided to give it to us, so that's an old get. So in that case, and according to Beishamai, it's you're allowed to use as a get. Bishal says you're not allowed to. Mishnah Hey Kazav Shem Machal She'enek Haygenes. If you write so there's a rule that you have to write the get, and you have to write on it the current man here, like the current person, like the person who's currently in charge. So the current government, basically. So Machal She'ena Haygenes. Nope, sorry, drop the mic. Machal She'ena Haygenes L'Sho Malchus Madai L'Sho Malchus Yavan L'Bin Nabayis L'Rom Nabayis Harib Mizrach. So then let's say I'm in England and I write on the thing. Let's say I'm in Israel and I write on the thing, Trump's empire. I mean, it might be true, but let's say I'm in England, I write Trump's empire, so then it doesn't make sense because Trump's on charge. If you're in the east, I think so. If you're in the east, if the person who's writing the get is in the east and he writes it was written in the west, or if he was in the west and he wrote that it was in the east, so in both cases, she gets divorced from the first and second husband because we're talking about a case where she got remarried after this get, and then we find out this problem. It's because the get doesn't work, so then she has to re-divorce the first one, and she also has to get divorced from the second one. She doesn't get the money for ksuba. She doesn't get paid for anything. That's if she has a piece of land the husband eats from it, she doesn't get paid for that. And if she had to borrow money to get food, she doesn't get paid back for that. And if she let's say she has property and the husband damaged it or something like that, so then she doesn't get paid for that. Not from either husband. And if she took from either of them, she has to give it back. And if she has a baby in the meantime from either of them, it's a mamzer. And if she dies, neither of them are allowed to become tameh if they're kohanim for her. And neither of them are allowed to take some. If she finds something, it doesn't belong to them. And if she earns money, it doesn't go to them. They can't cancel her vows. She's a bas Yisrael, she's not allowed to marry a kohen. Bas Levi min Maisa, she's a Bas Levi, she's not allowed to eat Maisa. If she's a Bas Kain min Truma, she's a Bas Kain, she's not allowed to eat Truma anymore. And if she dies, so then neither of her children from the first or second husband are allowed to get her ksuba as an inheritance. And both her husband died, and they have brothers, and she doesn't have kids, so then she does chalitza with the brothers, not yibam. Shano Shmai Ushma. So now the same thing. Just instead of writing the wrong empire, the wrong what's it called? Like the wrong king on it. Instead, he wrote her name wrong or his name wrong. Shem Imar Shem Ira. The wrong. The city. He wrote the city wrong. And she got remarried. She has to get divorced from both the husbands, and everything we just said applies. And those are today's Mishnayos.